journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. This is a chart of 1929 in the stock market. We topped on September the 3rd. We had a break, pretty severe break, came down here to 320. We rallied up here to exactly 61% in 7 days. Now, folks, the Dow Jones, the New York Stock Exchange Index is the one I'm watching because it could only make it to the 382 in 7 days. This is not very good. This is where we are right here, right now. That's my opinion, and I'm just giving it to you for what it's worth. Just pay attention, because sometimes when these things work, they work pretty good. We've also been following Bitcoin. I don't trade the Bitcoin at all, but there's the head and shoulders pattern that we've had here. It's perfectly symmetrical. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, A, B, C, D, right at 99,000, and we're trading at 94, I believe, last time I checked, but I don't know what it is. I don't trade it. I'm just showing you patterns, folks. Yesterday, I brought you a pattern here of this stock right here, which is Taiwan Semiconductor, making a perfect ABCD pattern up into this level right now. It is now trading below this low right here, right now. And so it's a very, very powerful move that has started from the very beginning. We had a live trading session today that went very well, and I will bring this to your attention. I started out with a buy in gold. Well, actually, our sale was right here, but it was right before the market started, so we sold it, of course, but it didn't get into the room because we didn't start until 7 o'clock, and as you can see here, it had already started down by then. But we were able to buy it down here at 26.27. We sold it for a $500 profit, which was good. We also had a nice trade in cattle, and we had a nice trade, two nice trades in the Dow Jones E-mini. I'll show those to you in just a little bit. But I want to go over some of these charts because I think we're looking at history here, folks. This is my 2 cents worth. Now here's where we were Monday, Tuesday, Thanksgiving. Whew. Let's try it, Larry. It's Christmas. Sorry about that. Anyway, we got as high as 6106. Now we're trading all the way down. We're almost taking out this low right now. So that's a big move down. Nothing like this, but that could be coming. We could be looking at an A, B, C, D. You see the head and shoulders, and that measures quite a bit lower if it's going to do that. I don't know if it is, but we are trading below a 600 handle, which yesterday we were trading at 61 handle. So that's a pretty big move under anybody's imagination. All right, now here's one that we were looking at this morning that worked pretty nicely. We had the ABCD here in the yesterday. That was one of our trades that we did while we were on the air here. And then we had the rally here. We had the 135 pattern and had a really nice $1,000 move to the downside, which was a very nice move. We also were able to get into cattle. I'm just going to give some of these live because these are the ones that we want to be watching here. Here's the live cattle. Get this up here on this is a 4 minute. Let's do it on the hourly is what we were doing. We were selling the cattle right here. And they backed off about a little bit. I mean, they started the right way, did everything we wanted it to. So we have our stop working. We've lowered our stop down to 190.70 to keep our risk down to only $100. Right now it has about a $100 profit. We had a beautiful couple tremendous patterns that just weren't quite filled. I'll show you the ones here. Now this was a soybean meal. Now we've been bullish soybean meal for quite some time. And what we were doing is we were watching, remember on the daily, because we bought this 6 days ago, folks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days ago. That's had a huge move to the upside. So we suggested guess what? What are we looking at here? We're looking at an A, B, C, D. So we suggested getting out of the meal, and we did. We got out of it at 314. High was 315 and change, and that makes it an acceptable trade. We bought it here at 88. So from 88 to 14, folks, that's $2,600 in 6 days, and it did everything you could possibly ask for it. There's your AB leg right here. It did it much faster than I ever thought. And it should have gone to 18, but it only got to 17. 17 was the number. We got to 15. It might go a little bit higher, but it closed in the lower end of the range. It fits the profit objective that we want, but boy, it's on our watch list for a pullback because we really think this has got legs to the upside. There's another one that just triggered just a little while ago while we were on the air, or you folks were doing this and I was getting ready for the show. Let's get up here and just get the chart up, and that's our March soybean oil. We are really close, folks. Just get this out of the way here. And we've been waiting for this a long time. There's where we are. And there was the high this morning. We went right up to the exact 78% level. And we were already in the meal, so we didn't do that. We didn't do that trade. This was before the market opened, of course, because you can see this is an hourly chart. Then we came down, and so what we're waiting for now in this March oil, if we get it, and this I think will be a really good long-term trade, but it will be in January. You don't want to buy this thing because this is the last day of the, the last Friday of the month. And we got Monday and Tuesday to go, and then, of course, Wednesday is the holiday, so there's a lot of stuff happening. What we're looking for now in the March soybean oil is for a new low to come down to this roughly the 39 level. And if we get that, that's going to tell us that we have some really good possibilities in here because there's drive 1. There's drive 2, and there's drive 3. We're going to draw them in because when we get there, we have to be prepared. There's A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, and there's what we want to be watching for, right around 39 in the March oil. That'll be taken into new low ground, taking out all the lows all the time on the weeklies and everything. So that's when you want to buy them. Buy them when they're crying and sell them when they're yelling. That's the whole premise of what you're trying to do when you're looking at some of these things. Okay, now let's go back and look what we did for today's trading with the S&P. And we didn't do any S&P, but we did do the New York Dow Jones. Here was our first trade of the day. Was get it right up there. The first trade of the day was right here. Okay. And the first trade of the day was right there, I believe. Let's get that up here. See, 9:30 up there says we were just started. You can see it's way down here. This is where we sold it right here. If you look at this on the longer term basis, which we'll try to get this up here to see it, you'll see it a little better. Yeah, there it is. Get this over here. You can see there's where we were here this morning. This is the 27th. There was our first sale right here at 35,533. Okay, we sold that and we made 200 points in that. Then the market broke down rapidly. We'll get this up here on the 4-hour chart. You'll see what happened. There's your second sale right here. Then you made the A, B, C, D to the downside, and now you're rallying back up again. If we close below these levels down in here, folks, it's going to be really nasty, in my opinion. Look how you made a double A, B, C, D here, and it was verified by the S&P, and we'll look at that when we come right back. I'll show you what it looks like in just a moment here.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, this is the first ABCD that we had in the S&P today, and it went from 60.20 down 60.85. You can see we've got another one forming here right now. 382 in the whole range today is 60.20. Only 20 handles away, folks, and they can make that without very much trouble at all. However, there is a bearish bias, and we've only got 2 hours and 45 minutes left to go in the trading day, so that'll be quite interesting. All right, now let's take a look at the trade that we did in the gold market right here. As you can see here, we were looking at the gold market from the short side as usual, and there was a pattern that we had right here. Well, actually, this was the buy right here. We bought that. You can see the buy. There was your ABCD pattern right here. It was spot on. You can see A, B, C, D measured just to the exact number here. We'll just draw them down as they see. These are fun to look at anyway, but there's your first ABCD on the way down, went right to there. And then right behind that, we had another one that broke right down to there. And then we have the final one that's right there. And that's when it made the 3 drive to a pattern. And that was the exact 786 of the long, shucks, hold on just a second here. From there's your drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, there it was. We bought it there, we sold it there, had a very nice profit of $550. We were trying to buy it again here, but it didn't take out this low. We were waiting for this ABCD to happen right here, missed it and away again, but it's really has rallied very little from 25 up to 35. A $10 rally in gold is hardly conceivable as being bullish, but we had the risk controlled, and that's why we were watching it so closely to make a couple of dollars on it. Now, I wanted to bring to your attention one other thing that I think is relatively important is the crude oil. Now, this is one where we took a small loss. It looked like it was going to be a big win, but we took a $100 loss. We sold it right here. We got out of it right there, and it came all the way down here. We had this set up we thought was correctly, but we didn't. We sold it at 41. We got out of it at 50. So we lost 90 cents. The fact is, when I looked at it, I said, oh, dear, look what you just did. And this was the ABCD right here. And you see there it is right there. And what we did was I decided to take the stop off here at 50, and then it had the big breakdown. And now what it's doing, it's going up and making the move. The AI was totally off today. Well, the early part, it was good. But if we look at this at a 4-hour chart, you're going to see let's go to 8 minutes so we can see it real easy. There's where we are right now. There was that first ABCD pattern. Now we're coming up here really close where we want to be watching it for a longer term number. And this is the number we're waiting to see. There it is right there. Okay, just take a quick look. It's 41, roughly 41.45. It's $1 from where we are right now, because then what you'll be looking at is you'll have an ABCD pattern right up there at the old trusty number right there, and that's what you want to look at. And as you look at this a little closer, remember this is an hourly chart, so this is just today's action right here. And then you see you have another little pullback right there. In fact, that little pullback was exactly 382 as I recall. It's 0.44, and that's going to take you up into that ground right here. That was the easy buy right in here, but by then, we were done trading for the day. That was 2 hours ago, so we didn't get that bought, but still had a very good day. I've already pointed out the cattle. That one did pretty well. So we had four trades, 3 really nice winners, 1 small loser, which makes everyone happy, at least for the moment. And that's the key there, is at least for the moment. Now we need to ask ourselves about silver, because remember, we've said all along that the best one to sell, if you want to sell gold or silver, because they both look bearish, is to sell the silver. And we're going to show you that right now. This is silver on the hourly chart. And as you can see, it still has not been able to reach this 382. Gold's done it a couple times, but not the silver. You see silver misses it again, and now it's even missing it more, because now we're $1 away from where we thought we would be. If we look at this on a longer time frame, see silver, it's been going over the last 10 days. It's done out, it's done everything you wanted to do. You can see the smaller patterns. They just didn't reach the major number that we were looking at. See, there was your ABCD pattern right up in here. And the only two you had was right here today. Let's just go to a 8-minute chart, and we'll see it a lot easier. Now, we sold the gold because we were actually buying the gold, because we were buying the bottom, because by the time we came in, see, we started at 7 o'clock. This was already over. So that was a problem. There was your 382 coming in off the high, right on the money, and you can see 30-30, that's about 50 cents. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But there's a lesson here, and that is, once you make a new low like this, you have to recalculate the 382. So now you have that same high, but instead of this low, you've got a new low, and where did it take you? Right to the exact 382. Folks, powerful stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but when it does work, it's really quite good. That's the main thing we want to look at. Now, we need to look at Apple, because it's actually had a down day today. I heard it on the news. I didn't believe it when I heard it, but we'll see where we are here with Apple this morning. And we'll get the hourly chart up here, and it's got hit pretty hard this morning. There's where we were yesterday. We made a high of 260. We've dropped $6, not very much, but it's had a pretty big break today. That's what's bringing the market down. A lot of these things have had some pretty big corrections in here, and I don't see any reason to think this has been by far the most bullish of any of these stocks. Well, that's not true, because Avco and some of those others were really bullish, and that was one of the questions that someone asked to look at, was AVGO, and I'll get that up here. It's right under, there it is right there, because it made a new high, I believe. No. That was yesterday. This is today's action right here. Right here. There's today's action is right there. We opened there at 45 and immediately broke down to 35. And looking at this on a smaller time scale, what we've done so far, lessons learned. Let's just try it again to see if this stuff really works. There's your X. There's your A, B, C, D, and there is, well, it goes to 0.44, almost exactly 382. And as you can see, it's a little bit under that right now. Most of these stocks are looking a little toppy, but with the day going on, it's going to be pretty exciting. We need to look at Tesla, because that's always been popular, but we'll see what's going on. Tesla's TSLA. That's right here. Get this up on the hourly. And it's actually holding up relatively well. Today it's down, but not as much as some of the other stocks. There was a 61% yesterday. We've been here for several hours. Not much of a rally, but it's held up relatively well. There's a gap down this morning, so not much is happening there as of yet. But all this happened without any news, I believe, folks, because I tried to find some, and I couldn't find any news. When those are the ones that should be most scary, is why all of a sudden everyone wants to start selling at that one time. Excuse my voice, folks. I've got a little bit of a sore throat and allergies, but I'm hanging in there the best I can. Now, I think we've got to take a little break. Let's see how we're doing with the old clock on the wall. 32 seconds left. No, we're on the clock. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, I want to give you a preview of what I think will be a really good trade setup. This is wheat. It's the March contract, of course. You can see we have the biggest rally here. right on the money. Just draw it in. You'll be able to see it. There's your AB leg right here. See leg right up to 50%. Well, just about 382. Didn't draw it right. Hold on. That's sensitivity of this tool here. Oh, shucks. Well, bear with me here one more time. I've got this new mouse, and it's the greatest thing I've had here on this computer. There's your AB leg right there. There's your CD leg right at pretty much 50%. There was your target right down here. We bought it at 28.31. We had a nice profit in it there. And look what we're doing now. We're making 5-day, this is actually 5-day rally now. We have our high right back here. So we have several ABCDs. This is a setup coming in for probably Monday. All right. Whoa, boy, might have made it today. I think it did. So we got to watch that. Now, if this is the 382 off of this high right back. Oh, dear. That's my fault. See, I leave a little room there, and that doesn't leave me enough to do the actual calculations. And there's where we are, right between the 382 and 50% today at 47. It's trading at 45 3/4. And if you look at it real close, I'm going to blow it up so you can see it. This is what I do with the, trying to get down with a microscope so I don't have to risk very much. License plates on my car for the last 40 years have been no risk. And you can see we've made the objective now. So we're getting ready to see a nice correction coming in wheat. And it's closed now, but watch it Sunday or Monday, Sunday night, because that could be a pretty good trade to look at. If we drew the symbol, folks, I'm having a rough day because I've got a really bad cold with sore throat. Jason, he was sicker than I was, but we had a lot of fun. It went so fast I couldn't believe it. That was a good part. There's your ABCD. Come on, be a little less sensitive. There it is right there. There's your 1.6. Everything's set up for this to go lower, so that's what we want. We also want to be buying meal when we get a pullback, because we had that 6-day run-up, $2,500, and now we want to watch for the pullback. It's the time of the year. January is when the oil and the meal and the beans usually get ready to turn. January is coming around the corner. That'll be on Wednesday. We'll be closed that day, starting 2025. Boy, that's hard to believe. But that's where we stand. All right. Let's get up here. We want to look at something else. Hold on one more time. We want to look at the soybeans themselves, because we've already looked at the meal and the oil. Now we want to look at the soybeans. And this will be March contract also. Get this out here. I'm going to be watching the July too, because that's the one that's always paid good dividends to me. Here's the March soybean. You can see here's where we were today. Had a strong up day, but it closed right in the end of the lower part of the range. Now, that was mainly due to the meal, because the meal was leading it up, and that's what happened. It stopped right here. But since we're on the air here, and I'm struggling here a little bit, I wanted you to take a look at the soybeans, and if I can get it up here, it's going to be too much trouble for me to do that. I'm not going to worry about that. Now, yeah, we got July's a long way from. They're not even. That's the old crop. So we'll look at those in just a minute, because what we have to do is we've got to look at the November beans from next year, which is the X contract, and that's not quite ready yet. So soybeans, all we've done here today. Just got this up here. See, we never made a beautiful ABCD right there. You can see it. We had a nice rally. All that rally was from the high right up here down to your low was exactly 50%. Stopped right where it should have. So you've moved this over. What you've got here is you've got a bearish market. You got lower highs, you got lower lows. Okay, so this is going to be important. When we get above here, the whole trend is going to change. So we need to watch this really closely this coming week. Just by drawing the line down like this, just drawing a natural trend line, which the trouble is trend lines change, because this high comes in, and if you were to take this and draw this trend line off of this one, you see you've left a big gap down in here, right? Well, pay attention to that one. Let me tell you why. This could be the 20-man line. So in a few days, if we just back off to this line right in here, and by that I mean just drawing it up right here. God, when I say 20-man's name, I still get goosebumps. Okay, move this up here. Where does it come in at? Well, there would be the 382, there would be the 50%, and there would be the 618. One of these you got to take a look at. Hopefully you get a little ABC down here, because this will act like a fulcrum, and boom, away it goes. Strong seasonal patterns for beans, oil, and meal to turn early in the year, usually January or February. But we use the patterns to get where we want to look at. So this would be one that we really want to pay, very, very close attention to. In fact, I have to pay so close attention to it, I've got to send it to myself so that I remind myself. So I'm just going to come up here, send it to myself, and there it's off to self. And that's what we're going to be watching here in the soybeans here. Okay, I won't do July or November beans because they're not ready yet, because they're not on my chart ready. They are being traded, but not by me. So we got that out of the way. We've got the wheat out of the way. Also says we should back off on the beans. So that's what we're paying attention to. I didn't look at corn today, but someone asked me to take a look at it, and I'll bring up the March corn so all the folks can see it. I think it's already, made a big top up here. I have to correct this because I did everything else. Hold on, refresh. 1 month, it'll get us up. Yeah, we went up and made another high right there. That would have been a nice trade, but we were in the meal, and so that was okay. And I should have probably wouldn't have made any difference in the week because it made it right on the close. Now we got a big number right up here, 1.618 in the corn. We've had a pretty good rally, folks. We've rallied almost $1 a bushel. From everybody said they could never rally, and look at that, it's more than $1 a bushel because we were way down here. Well, just almost exactly $1 a bushel. We went from $3.65 to $4.55. That's 90 cents. That's almost $1 a bushel, or $5,000. There was your first pullback right here, and now you're making an ABCD up here too, folks. So got to get ready to look to a place to get short some corn up here very, very shortly, within about 10 cents, just like we're looking at in wheat and also in beans. Interesting phenomenon. Let's see how the old clock on the wall is running today. 59 seconds. Means we have a chance to take a look at Broadcom. That's this one right here. Get this up and take a look at it. This is still moving pretty good. It was up quite a bit earlier, but did it make a new high? No. Oh, shut the front door and raise the rent. There it is. Let me get rid of this volume stuff. I don't look at that very often. Yeah, see, we had a pullback. This is bad data. Nothing I can do about that. But didn't make a new high yet, so we'll see. We'll be right back, folks. 877 to talk about foreign exchange.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is the U.S. dollar index going back over the last few months. You can see we've been in a really strong uptrend, i.e. lower pound, lower euro. If we look at this on the weekly chart, you get a pretty good picture that this thing has completed something really big. You see we've made another new high up in here, so it's trying to run into some resistance, but right now it's still holding up incredibly well. And what I think is you're looking at here is 108 here in the dollar index. That's where we're trading at 107.80. One more point up would take you right to there. You can see that little alert that I have on there. That means you got to pay attention there, just like you did here when it was making the big retracements here with the ABCDs. Now, what we want to do is switch over and take a look at the euro, because that's 53% of the value of the dollar index. And we'll get it up here, and here's the euro. And we'll get up here on the daily basis. And we'll take a quick look. You can see it's still headed down. Had a little bit of a rally, made a slightly higher high today, but really didn't go anywhere. If we clean this out like this, then we're going to take a look at it on the weekly. Because see, we come down here, we had another low here, but we didn't take out the low. The rally that we had hasn't done anything. I mean, this is just like the dollar index. It's, still headed down. Dollar index heading up, this still heading down. Nothing's really changed here. If we look at this here on just the last two ranges, this is the last few days, and that's what I do, is I watch these because they follow these number sequences really nicely. There's your 382 yesterday in the euro right there. And if you looked at it again today from the previous high, right up in, it went above it, but it did make the 382, I believe. Hold on, this doggone it. Boy, I need a new mouse pad. Okay, let's get up here. From the high we made back here on December the 5th, that's the real key one. Today's high didn't take out this high, but this is the number we're watching here, because that's just a 3-day rally at a 382. That's all that is. So that's why that little green beeper's in there to tell me, get your selling shoes on, because that's all this happens to be. If we look at this on the shorter time frame, let's say an hourly chart, which will give us most of the morning, there it is right there. You can see the little green light right there, correct? Now we hit it once, we came down, we're going to hit it again, and that's what we're going to be watching. But the $64,000 question is this part of a larger ABCD pattern? You don't know. We've been in this congestion here, folks, for 10 days. Hello, operator, between 103 and 104. That's unbelievable. That's what's happened. But we do have a possibility that it looked like it could possibly break out of that range and get you all the way up here to 104.09. There it is, let's call it 104.9. It's not drawn perfectly here. Bear with me, please. There it is right there. 1049 is what you'll be watching. Now, if we move it over a little bit like that, see, in perspective, 1049 is only a 50% retracement of the December 5th high. So that'd be a great place to get short. And at that point, you'd be having a 135 pattern come in there too. Boy, that would even really be a nice one. So that's it with the euro. Now we're going to look at the British pound, one that's near and dear to my heart. This one made us a lot of money back a few days ago, back here when we were long farther than that. It was way back here. Get the weekly up. We're getting real close to a pretty big bottom in this. There's where we were on the 786. We rode it all the way down. We took 17 handles out of that, folks. Here's where we are now. We're starting to come down. All we need to do now is to take this out, and that's going to get us down to the promised land, which is right here. That means that these are equal rallies, okay? Now, you see that one ended in October. This is going to end most probably in January. Let's just check the time for kicks and giggles. How many weeks it did go down from high to your low? It went down for 12 weeks. And I tell you, we're already beyond 12 weeks right now. At least I believe we are. There's your high right here. 10, 11, 12 weeks is now. So we should be getting ready to possibly make a bottom down in here at this level. We need that washout. We took it out, but it didn't go anywhere. If you look at this on an hourly chart, you'll see the bounce has been virtually nothing. There was not even anything in here to make it bounce. There was your ABCD. If we get below that, that's where the one you want to look at is 123, because 123 on the long-term weekly is where it should have some really, really strong support. I mean, major. You want to take that one out, and that's where you'd want to be watching it. Looking at it closely here, you have a swing here, a swing here. I'll bet you that takes you almost exactly to the same number. You go AB equals CD, and where does it take you? Bada bing, bada boom. Let's just write this in, boys and girls, because this will be a good move right there. 123 in the British pound. That's what it looks like from my perspective. Now, let's take a look at the old Japanese yen, because it's been moving pretty good here. Let's get this out of the way. I can get this out of the way here, and get this out of the way here, and this out of the way here. And now what we want to do is come over and look at this Japanese yen. Been moving up pretty good lately. Had the big bottom right there, okay? That was a really good bottom. We had a big run up. Now let's look at this on the long-term 4-hour chart, because that's going to show you that we're already above the highs that we were in November, but not the big all-time high. The big all-time high is right there. So with that, you have to look at the weekly, and we're going to take a look at that weekly chart, and there's what we're going to see. There was a big high up there. Everybody said it could go to 165. No, not so much. And all we're doing now is we've already retraced 786. Refresh this just for kicks and giggles here. Yeah, and there's where we are. We're already above the 618, it looks like. Ooh, we're sitting right at it. So the question is, does this keep powering up, or is this going to stop it? Right now, the odds say it looks like it wants to go higher to me, folks. These bottoms are pretty powerful. Looking at them on a short-term basis, move it over like this. Look at these. This has just been incredibly powerful. Today's low, which was a substantial low, let's just see if it did anything. Oh, there's your other low right back here. I'll bet you a nickel to a donut, for a donut. If that's a 382, I'd say shut the front door and raise the rent, but it doesn't get there. As you can see, it misses it by 57, misses it by 10 pips. Well, that's pretty close. And there was an ABCD there. Let's blow that up. Yeah, there was a beautiful ABCD. Shut the front door. These things work pretty good, don't they? Doggone it, you got to love it. Only in America can you get patterns that say, let's buy me down here within 10 pips of the exact low. And boy, this big move here, you know, dollar-wise, that's only about $300-400, but for a currency trader, that's like 2 lifetimes. So let's keep our eye, working on that so we can see what we're saying here with this. Now we've got one more question, and that is about IWM, which is the Russell, and it has been getting its clocked clean pretty good. And here's where we are today. The same thing as you'll see here. This is the IWM. It's been coming down. All we did, folks, this is a 5-day rally right here, and it doesn't even approach the 382. That's another one of those, if you look at what Gartley said, that's how bearish it actually looks. And you can see very, very bearish. And to prove that, all you need to do is to go up and take a look at the Russell 2000 here, which we're going to do right now. And then we're going to come back from a break. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this was the Russell yesterday. We went up, on the 26th. We made a 382 of the big move. Then we broke down today, testing the lows of the 23rd, okay? But we need to pay attention because something's happening over here that we just talked about before, and that is the S&P, because we're getting ready to hit a 382 here very, very shortly, and there it is right there. It comes in at 60.20. We're at 60.14 right now. So selling it there, you got to put your stop above here, but that's pretty much what we're watching. We broke below 85, we rallied 30 handles, but when you drop 100 and some handles, you drop 115 handles, 30 handles back, it just takes you to the 382. And that, my friends, is right here with 2 hours to go. And it might even rally and go back and make a new high. Nothing would surprise me anymore. But this was a big number. We posted that several times because of the way that it acted on the Christmas Eve. you remember, went right up to that level right here. And today's low was down in here at 90.70. We came, or 90.80. That was right at the old 382, but that's what we're looking. This was the head and shoulders pattern. So no matter what, make sure that you use stops, folks, because these markets are going to get really, really volatile. This is just the beginning. You see a market go up 100 handles in the S&P and drop 100 handles and go up 80 handles. Unless you think you can handle that kind of risk, you better place a stop somewhere and say, this is where I got to get out of Dodge. So try to live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And what we're going to try to do is to do something nice for your neighbors at the end of this year. It's been a good year for everybody that's still above ground, and a lot of people aren't, especially friends of mine. So we'll see you on the flip side. On Monday, I'll be doing the update for the stock market here in just a little bit. So bear with me and live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.